Hey friends, I'm Otis Gibbs, and this is my buddy Jon Dee Graham. He's going to share some stories about when everything went wrong on the road.
2007, I was driving back from a gig in Dallas, and that's a notoriously dangerous drive anyway. My last conscious thought was, I'm getting kind of blinky. I think I ought to pull over. Next thing I knew, airbags going off, and so broke all the ribs in this side. One of them went into my lung. One of them scratched my liver. One of them punctured my spleen. Not a cool scene. And somehow I made it out of the car and just sort of like auto walked until I hit a barbed wire fence. And then I just stopped on the barbed wire fence. And all of a sudden I feel like this tap on my shoulder. I turn around and it's this little short trooper named Trooper Daniels, and it's state trooper. And he goes, I think you need to sit down. And I said, it's not as bad as it looks. And there's there's blood pouring down the front from internal bleeding. And he goes, I have to tell you, sir, it looks pretty bad. He said, just sit down right there. And I said, I have to get my guitar out of my car. I have to get my guitar because if anything happens, I got to get my guitar. And he goes, we have a lot more important things to deal with than your guitar. And I went, no, we don't. And he looked at me and he went, sit your ass down. Don't move. And he went in and he crawled in through the back hatch and he got my guitar and he brought it out. And so anytime anybody goes, pigs, or, oh, look, it's the state troopers. State Trooper Daniels is the reason why I got my guitar still. That's the bourgeois, the acoustic bourgeois that I have. Toxicology shows, completely sober and not on drugs. Yet still catastrophic car accident. So I'm climbing this ladder, putting up Christmas lights, and I think there's one right over there that I can just reach. And nope, off the ladder and landed on this side on the railing of the porch. So whatever ribs I didn't break on this side, now I broke on this side. And at this point, people are kind of like, come on. So then things went along fairly uneventful for a while. I was playing Fitzgerald's, which, I have that Midwestern thing that I do every year, like twice a year. That's the nation's breadbasket is also my breadbasket. And so I was playing at Fitzgerald's on that 4th of July thing, the American music thing they do. And we played for almost 2 hours straight, just slamming. And I probably was not hydrated the best I could be and all that. And I'm really overheated. I need to go sit in the van with the air conditioning on. So I went out to the van, turned the air conditioner on. Next thing I knew, I was at, Sisters of Mercy Hospital in Chicago. And because it was 4th of July, cops were sort of patrolling the parking lots and stuff. And they were like, yeah, you were just slumped over the wheel. And when we pulled you out, we couldn't get a pulse. And so we started chest compressions, which broke 2 more ribs. and got me started again. And then I dropped off again. And then the EMS got there and hit me with the paddles. And then I came back. I wish I could tell you there's a white light or a rainbow bridge. Or look, it's my dog, Petey, and my grandma. It's just like going to sleep, And you know what? Given that, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like a very satisfying nap, And that's kind of one of the things I brought out of that. It's like people go, well, did he give you deepen your faith? Did it? Well, my faith is plenty strong, but not based on any information I got from dying, And then last August, well, not this last August, but August a year ago, I had a stroke, and could have been so much worse. My right side is weak, a little bit numb, but fortunately, all the stuff happens over here. So it was so bizarre. It was literally like somebody just cut the strings. I was feeding the birds. I was reaching up and putting bird seed in, and all of a sudden, just like, you see those specially placed charged buildings that they bring down where they just come straight down. That was it. I just went straight down. So it's been close to a week in the hospital. They could never quite commit to it being a stroke. They think that at the very least it was a TIA, which I can't pronounce it, but transisthemal something or other. I was discharged from the hospital with this diagnosis: neurological event of unknown origin, which I'm like going, that's every day of my life. Every day of my life is a neurological event of unknown origin. We don't know why he's still here.
Why he's like that?
He's like that. That's my grandmother's saying about me, was she would always go, well, you know how he is. Jon Dee, oh, you know how he is.
Jon Dee's made a wonderful book of his artwork. I'll put a link down below so you can check it out.
Well, here's the thing about the chronology and remembering dates, and that's why I refuse to even toy with the idea of writing a memoir, because I don't know, and this is great. Jean Renoir, his autobiography, he like has this piece in the intro where he goes, so I have this friend, and we were talking, and I had been his best man at his wedding, and I was telling him, Notre Dame, it was so beautiful. I cannot believe the wedding. And his friend is looking at him, and he goes, John, I'm Jewish. And he's like, nevertheless, I remember your wedding at Notre Dame.